What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Chicks in Hogwarts, the Harry Potter pod, where we recap all of the Harry Potter movies. We are now on to the 5th movie, Harry Potter and Order of the Phoenix.
You're missing a "the" in both Harry Potter
and the Order of the... Well, I'm going to blame you for that one, because I asked you, is it Order of the Phoenix or the Order, and you just said Order of the Phoenix.
Order of Phoenix or Order of the Phoenix.
All right, anyways, it's Harry Potter and
Harry Potter and the
Order of the Phoenix. The Order of the Phoenix. Is it the or the?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Harry Potter
Same
and the Order
thing.
of the Phoenix. Yeah. We are on movie 5. We are making our way down fast.
Making our way down.
Are Harry Potter movies always just playing in theaters? Because I just searched the movie in Google to find the cast, and it's like playing in a theater in New York City. Like,
What?
Interesting. Maybe we should go see one.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix at the cinema at 2:15 on Saturday.
Maybe we should go see the 6th.
Oh no, that's March 12th. But still, why is something happening in March? Why are they playing them on March?
I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of event.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Could be some kind of event.
Yeah.
But yes, this is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This is number 5. I did preface this one, that this one for me is just personally a little bit lower on my list. I do very much like the last 30 minutes of it, but it does kind of move a little slow at times. But like always, let's kick it off with Ria's handwritten notes this time around. We pen to paper, baby. If you listen to the podcast a month ago, I don't even know.
You would know how I feel about the
3
pen.
weeks ago. It's a pen reference to what you heard 3 weeks ago.
Right, but recording it the same day, which
Yes.
is why we're on the same topic.
Yep.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah.
We should. You know what would be cool for the YouTube if we had you wear a green glove and then took your hand out so it's like Harry Potter, where the pen is just
That would be sick.
moving.
Let's work on that.
Yeah.
We have enough time to get it done before this one comes
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
Okay, I got 3 pages of notes here. The 4th one is just other notes, not specific notes. Okay.
Not in order, just...
No, the other one, this is just notes that I have in general.
Okay.
They're not ones I want to be read out loud.
Oh,
We're just
nice.
like
Okay.
to reference
Got
back
it. Got it.
Okay. Harry got a haircut. Mm-hmm. I say that with exclamation because I put an exclamation point. I told you at the desk yesterday that these were going to be darker for some reason. I was in like an angsty, angry mood.
Yeah.
Reading them back, not so nice. But I'll say them anyway because that's what we do this for.
Yep.
Dudley needs to die, and we may need to be the ones to kill him. The uncle got fatter. Nice of Harry to save that little asshole Dudley. It was nice of him.
was
He didn't
nice.
have to
I
do
wouldn't
that.
have.
You would have.
No. Dudley?
Yes.
You think I would?
You're a nice person.
You're not a killer, Noah.
Anybody with a kind heart would save
Yeah.
that person. No matter asshole, big asshole, meanie, doesn't matter. You save that person.
Yeah.
Unless you're a murderer. Then you
Yeah,
kill him.
yeah,
All right, fine.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'd
We
save
see better in you.
Yeah.
him. Okay.
There are a lot of secret places. I need to make a list of all the places. It feels wrong seeing Harry in a suit all grown up. Dumbledore is looking spry.
Yeah.
Oh, so now we're getting mad at wizards for using magic in front of muggles 5 movies in? People aren't wrong when they say the justice system is corrupt.
But you were feeling sassy.
I was. And I'm
Wow.
saying it with sass.
Yeah.
The term underage magic keeps making me laugh. Mm-hmm. Of course Harry was going to be...
drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Of course Harry was going to be cleared. He wins at life.
Yep.
Harry is obviously going to conquer Voldemort in the end, ... or he's going to die. I meant in general.
Yeah.
Harry is getting a bit snippy with age. The more I watch, the more I'm convinced Fran is just Hermione. The type to ask the teacher if we have homework over the weekend. I forgot I wrote that one. That was a good one. You like that one?
Yes.
Did you ask the teacher?
No.
Okay, good. I know you're cooler than that.
Yeah.
That was a joke. I know that you
borderline. It's more like when in the movie when Hermione gets excited about breaking the rules. That was more like me.
Right.
And
And
she was like, well, listen, breaking the rule is kind of exciting, isn't it?
that's what it was. Something
Yeah.
she was doing something about breaking the rules
Yeah.
or not breaking the rules.
Well, they
Also,
do Dumbledore's army, and they're like, Hermione, like, you're good with sneaking around. And she's
Yeah.
like, gets all excited.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's
Yes.
where that came in. Dumbledore is getting jealous of Harry, which is a bad look for an old guy. Groppy is like a pig, so ugly. Is that how you pronounce it?
You know, yes, it's just for some reason you saying his name just made me laugh.
Groppy is like a pug, so ugly that he's cute.
Good. I like that one.
We're finally getting a backstory on Snape, and it explains everything I've always thought about him. People made fun of him,
Yeah.
whatever. You get tired, restless.
Snifferous.
They weren't nice to
They
him.
call him Sniffless.
Umbridge needs to get laid.
Tell me about it.
Lucius, am I pronouncing that right?
Lucius.
Okay, I saw one of the YouTube comments say that the way we're pronouncing Lucius isn't correct.
Oh, I mean, if we're British, I would Lucius. Like, we're just
Maybe some people
Yeah.
from Britain are.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure they call him Lucius.
Okay.
So we could say that
No,
like
it's-
that, or we could just say
say
Lucius.
Lucius.
But yes, it's properly. It is definitely Lucius. But and you know.
Lucius.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucius is looking more and more like a Star Wars character.
He does look a little Star Trekky.
I really like Longbottom, and this is an unnecessary shot, but I feel like he needs braces.
You know what? I actually said to Joe watching this one that I feel like he's finally growing into his teeth.
Everyone has different takes.
Yeah, everyone does. Yep.
Oh, I like when I write things down with enthusiasm and then I have to recreate it.
Yeah.
I want to know the secret of the scar. I want to know the secret of the scar. I wrote that
Getting a
twice.
little fed up. Tell me now.
Yes. Are these little kids really about to beat the most powerful wizards of all? Fuck yeah. I want to retract my statement about Longbottom because they are threatening his life.
Fair.
R.I.P. my man Sirius.
R.I.P. my dog.
Yeah.
Sirius Black.
I love how Voldemort just pops up at the end of every film to remind everyone that he's a problem.
Yep.
Last one. I'm extremely confused. That's
Fair.
it.
This one, I will say, with the Hall of Prophecies, like it gets a little confusing.
There was a lot to take in.
There's a lot going
Noah and I
on.
just watched the 4-minute recap.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff you forget. There's so many different
Yeah.
characters in this one. I actually wrote this down in my other notes. Is Nymphadora supposed to be a play on Nympho? Because she looked kind of sexy.
No.
I
But
felt really creepy just saying that.
I mean, I don't think so.
Extremely creepy. Like, I
Yeah.
want to apologize for how creepy that came out. That was really, it sounded perverted.
yeah. She's just, that's just her name. Tonks. Nymphadora.
I'm going to bring on my other
They call her
notes.
Dora.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Shout out to my mom's confirmation name.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hear my other thoughts? These weren't like, I don't want these to be a part of my other notes. These are just other thoughts I had throughout the film. Or do
Okay.
you want to go through the film and I could jump in with the notes?
Maybe save the notes for when we're talking
Okay.
about. That way we don't use up all your thoughts.
All right.
Right?
Sounds- yes.
I feel like that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
I don't want to get them all out right now. I'll just refer back to this.
Okay, great. So, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, like you said, starts off. They're on a very like desolate playground. It's very freaky. It's kind of just like, where do they live that like they have this,
And
this
also, I was
park
like,
equipment. It's like weird kids. It's really hot out.
why was Harry like with them? Like, he obviously doesn't like
He was
them.
just-
They're just hanging out together.
He was just moody, sitting on the swings.
He looked so moody.
He was alone. He
Yeah.
wasn't hanging out with
Just
Dudley.
on a swing.
Dudley came up to him.
I liked the beginning of this movie, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
When they're like running through the field. It's like, where are they?
It just kind of was like, oh, we're getting a different scenery. It's light. Usually all the movies are really dark.
Yeah.
So I liked
When
that.
he was like, "Oh, is your mom dead?" Like,
oh,
I was
he
like,
sucks.
but I was like,
He
who
sucks.
says you could be like the meanest kid in your? But that's just ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's like,
it's a bully.
that's what they've always focused on, because his parents always did too. They're like, we're stuck with you because your parents are dead. These are like, that's just the Dursleys, and the Dementors show up, and it's a whole big thing, and Harry has to save Dudley and use the Patronus charm, which is what triggered the underage magic. One of my a sneaky funny part in this beginning that always gets me too is like, I know they're in like some kind of heat wave, I think is what's happening. It's like everybody's sweating. Aunt Petunia is in like the sexiest like little outfit that you're like, I'm sorry, what is she doing in this outfit?
Yeah.
Do you recall what she was wearing?
I remember
gotta
being
find a
like,
picture of
Aunt
it.
Petunia, relax.
It's like this little like house
Lingerie?
like, yeah.
Negligee?
I don't even.
Is that what the
it's
phrase
like
is?
it just kills me every time. Like I'm like, what is she wearing? This like she's in like heels and like this like
little
it's
dress.
like this little like
For that fat asshole.
sexy 50s
Sorry.
housewife.
That's
like
not nice.
but sexy.
But he's not nice.
No.
Yeah.
So.
No. So that was. I mean, I was like every time I watch him, like she's looking hot in that outfit.
Harry
Petunia.
just carries his wand around even when he's just back home, like everywhere he goes.
Your wand's like your wallet. You don't leave the house without
I know,
it.
but you're not supposed to be doing magic.
Yeah, but God forbid you end up in a life-threatening situation.
when
Voldemort's on the loose.
When he took that out and put it to Dudley's neck, I'm still confused. Like Dudley still doesn't know, or like, was he like, oh shit, he's gonna do magic on me, or he
No,
just
they
doesn't
don't know.
what
He
he's
uses
doing?
that. Harry uses that as a tactic with the Dursleys to like threaten them because they don't know that he'll get expelled. Like they don't know the rules of Hogwarts.
No, but I'm saying like Dudley like knows about magic.
Well, yeah. I mean, Dudley knows because so Harry goes to school. Like,
Yeah, okay.
It's-
But
they all
the
know.
other
The three
kids,
of
they
them know.
probably
The
are
other-
like, what is this stick he's
well,
holding?
that's why the
Well-
other kids all laughed at him because they were
Yeah.
like, "What is this loser doing?"
Yeah.
Classic. Being jealous of the cool one.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like they're confused. The Howler shows up, says Harry's expelled. Whole big thing. They all laugh at him because they're like, finally, he's getting what is coming to him. The Order of the Phoenix comes and picks him up. They just show up at the house. They're like, "You're coming with us. We heard what happened." And they go to 12 Grimmauld Place, which is very secret. Opens up in the streets of London, and bam, there's the house. And that is the Black family house where Creature lives. This is where you meet Creature for the first time. He is the opposite of Dobby. Mean house elf. Creature. I don't like Creature. They have like a full criminal hearing for Harry where Dumbledore comes out of nowhere to defend him. They tried to change the time on Dumbledore so he couldn't be there because they're trying to get Harry out. The Fudge is paranoid. He doesn't want to believe that Voldemort's back. And Harry and Dumbledore are screaming from the rooftops that Voldemort's back, so they're trying to get rid of both of them. If Harry doesn't go back to Hogwarts, then he can't spread his propaganda to the rest of the students. So they're trying to set him up so that he gets expelled. But thankfully, Mrs. Fig is there to save the day.
Yeah, I was confused about this because I was like, we're 5 movies deep.
Yeah.
And now we're getting mad about people using magic in front of
It was a setup.
in front of muggles. It was a setup. They're
Setup.
clearly, this movie's about we're going to try to take Harry down.
Yep.
And then I think that this leads into then Dumbledore kind of giving Harry some shit throughout the film, which in the end we then learned why. But I was like,
No,
things are
Dumbledore's got a
changing.
massive tood for a lot of this movie.
A little bit of tood.
Yeah.
Spry though. Young
He's
Dumbledore.
moving fast.
I did notice.
Yeah.
You notice?
No.
You're still not
I don't
noticing?
know how you're not noticing. He's moving around.
No,
He's
he
showing
is,
up.
but like I just still don't notice a difference.
Yeah.
But believe you.
The they get back to Hogwarts and they find out that Hagrid's on leave. He's on some mission, and Dolores Umbridge, who was a part of the hearing, is the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. She wanted to expel Harry. She is the absolute worst. I think that a lot of the reasons why this movie just doesn't, like the beginning of this movie, I struggle with is because I just fucking hate her so much. She is the worst, Umbridge.
I think that she's annoying. I think she's the classic older lady who, like I said, needs to get laid, not happy at home. not
and
happy with her
because
life.
she's so far up Fudge's ass,
Yeah.
like everything that he does, and the minister this and minister that, making everything no fun zone, no Weasley games, no clubs, no nothing. Nobody can hang out.
She reminded
Makes all these
me
rules.
of. Am I thinking Matilda? Am I
Yes.
thinking?
Yes.
I'm getting
Trumbull. Right?
the teacher in Matilda, right?
the
Am
fuck
I
is her
am I
name?
doing a correct comparison here?
Yes. Trunchbull.
Yes. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah. She's the worst. And so she is literally, she's making rules. She's trying to kick out teachers. That's when there's moments where you don't see Dumbledore. She tries to send Trelawney packing, which was so mean. Like, the poor woman. She's like, I've lived here for so long. And Dumbledore says she can stay. And then this is where they all come together to create Dumbledore's army, because they're all convinced that they're going to be screwed if something bad happens. They don't know how to defend themselves because Umbridge is teaching them theory and not actually learning any defensive magic at all. So they have a very cute group that all join together to join Dumbledore's army, and they find the room of requirements so they can all practice there. And this is the first time in the movie you see Harry actually enjoying himself, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like Harry is obviously growing up in this movie.
Yeah.
In all different ways.
Yeah.
Enjoying himself, but also he's very snippy.
Yeah.
He's fighting back a lot.
Teen.
He's a teen. He's teen angst.
Pubescent.
I was going to
Puberty.
say something inappropriate.
Oh, well.
Say it.
Balls are dropping.
Yeah, you can say it. You can say it. They're all practicing magic, and there's this connection with him and Cho that everyone's focused on. They have a kiss that is probably it's an awkward kiss, but I would argue that it is accurate. You watch a lot of movies where there's a lot of kids kissing for the first time, and they're experts. It's sexy. They look like they know what they're doing. You're like, oh, look at these teens in high school making out and having sex and all this stuff. This, it's oh, they're 15, 16, they don't really know what they're doing, and they're having this fumble.
It was funny
kiss.
that did Cedric kind of give him a nod, oh yeah, go for it, the picture of him.
I did not notice
He
that,
did.
but maybe.
My first kiss was incredibly awkward.
Exactly. This is Harry's
Incredibly
first
awkward.
kiss,
So awkward.
and you felt how awkward it was.
I
And
miss the kid's
yeah.
mouth.
Oh,
That.
oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, you've
yeah.
talked about this.
Incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
But they're 15, 16 having their... You know what I'm
Well,
disgusted
this
by?
is book 5, right? So they started 11, 12, 13, 14. They're 15.
I thought he said he was 14.
That's fucking crazy.
15.
They go to school at 11, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
It gives me a... And we'll get back to Harry Potter real quick. It gives me a... When I think about the fact that I lost my virginity at 15. That's just irresponsible. You don't know what you're doing at 15.
Yeah.
Gives me scared for myself. What... You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a boyfriend for a while, but
Yes.
still, it's just whoa, that's incredibly young. You know?
Yeah, you should have just been having awkward kisses under mistletoe.
Exactly.
and,
But it's because they chirped me when I was in 9th grade and they called me prude and said I wouldn't touch anybody with a 10-foot pole.
So you're I'll show you.
I'll
yeah,
show
so,
you.
yeah, I'm gonna
Made a
fuck
full
now.
180. Go the complete opposite direction. Harry starts to have these visions, which we have been kind of seeing as the movies have gone on, and he is having this dream. He sees Mr. Weasley getting attacked, and he goes and he says to Dumbledore, they take him to Dumbledore, and they're able to save Mr. Weasley because it was something that was actually happening. So that was a
So
big
now
thing.
Harry's psychic.
Right. So now there's Dumbledore now realizes that there is that connection is there, and it's opening and it's becoming stronger, which is when he asks Snape to teach him occlumency, which is so that he can block out these visions from his mind. Bellatrix breaks out of Azkaban. She's a fucking nutcase. Helena Bonham Carter plays her
Just
so
makes me
well.
think of Fight Club.
Yeah, I've never seen Fight Club.
Neither have I, and it's always referenced.
I know.
Fight Club is referenced so
She
much.
everyone talks-
But she looks exactly how she looks in that movie too.
Everyone talks about Helena Bonham Carter in Fight Club, and
That's the only.
I just
thing
know her.
from.
I just know her as Bellatrix.
Wait, what movie came out first? This came out.
I mean, Fight
2007?
Club.
Interesting, because she does look
Fight
the
Club
exact
for
same.
sure.
Her character and everything.
That makes sense because I was like, why does she look so familiar?
Yeah. I was like,
I'd
am I
never
watching
seen Fight Club, but I think
Yeah.
I know
You've
you
probably
mean.
seen her character. I would.
That's
bet,
what I'm thinking.
right?
No, yeah, you've
Like,
definitely seen like parts of Fight Club.
Yes.
Like the end scene.
Yeah.
Have you seen the end scene of Fight Club? You've probably seen
No,
it. Where like
No.
the music.
she's
is playing.
also she's played some wacky characters because she was married to Tim Burton for a while.
That's what it
what it
was. Why did
She's
she looks
in-
like a Tim Burton character?
She's in. That's because she's is
in
the Queen of Hearts in Alice in
Oh,
Wonderland.
that's what I'm thinking
and
of. The Queen of
she's
Hearts.
also
the Queen of Hearts.
in the Johnny Depp Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I have never seen, but she is. In
Yes,
that.
she is.
And she's also
That-
she's also in Sweeney Todd.
And she looks the same in every one.
Yeah, she doesn't age. She's incredible. And you guys don't watch The Crown, but she's
No.
in The Crown.
I've watched some of the Crown.
Oh well, she plays the
Yeah,
Queen's sister
yeah.
in The Crown. She is a phenomenal actress, and Bellatrix, she is like so creepy and scary and evil. Like she's
very
just
evil.
So like that laugh when Azkaban blows up, like it's a freaky laugh.
But good actress.
Very good actress. They Groppy, like the kids meet Grop, Hagrid's half brother who comes into play because he helps with dealing with Umbridge. But the whole time they're in Dumbledore's army, the whole time they're practicing, this whole thing is Umbridge gets like the opposite. She gets all the kids to try and catch them because they're banning, making all these rules. So the whole time it's like Filch's trying to catch them, Draco's they're all trying to catch them. Finally, they just start interrogating students, and Cho's the one to slip up. They all think Cho's the one who's to slip up, so they all get really mad at her. They find out that she used truth serum on her. And so they try to send Fudge shows up. They try and send Dumbledore to Azkaban, and he's like, I will not be doing that. And he, does his clap with the phoenix and flies off. That's also one of my favorite lines in this movie, is when Kingsley is like, you don't have to like him, but Dumbledore has style. It's like, okay.
Wait, so where did we think he went when he did that?
Who the fuck knows?
Anywhere.
Doesn't matter. Anywhere. Literally anywhere. Where is he the majority of this movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, he's like not around. Harry's screaming at him and he's like, bye. Like,
Right.
does not pay any attention to him at all.
I think truth serum is fucked up.
Yeah.
I think it's a
I wish
fucked
I had
up
some
thing.
truth serum. Just throw it on you.
I
For
don't.
what?
I'm just kidding.
I almost feel like I revealed too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one, it's like, we don't want to know. Harry sees, like you were saying, Harry sees the Snape's past, that clip of little vision of Snape getting bullied by James and all of them.
So that made me upset.
Yeah.
You feel for somebody.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing, and I don't know
Snape
why.
was a little, like, you got bullied.
Right, got bullied, and then the person being bullied becomes the bully. We
Yeah.
see that classic all the time. This is did I reference Euphoria in the last recap too? Is it just
Not
because
sure.
Euphoria is on right now? But Cal
Yeah.
in Euphoria, right? Terrible human being, does all this bad shit, whatever, got his backstory, and it's like,
Right.
he had to live his whole life as a lie.
Right.
And then you feel for him and you're like, okay, terrible human being, but you understand a little bit
Right.
why somebody acts the way they do.
Exactly. And that was true. I also know, I will say that I there was a moment watching this again that after we were joking during Goblet of Fire where you just made 12 million references of Harry Potter to Star
Oh,
Wars
I
and
could not
Batman and
stop
everything.
thinking about
I
it this
couldn't stop
time.
thinking about it either. And when Hagrid's like, the weather starts to change and Hagrid's like looking out the window and he's like, there's a storm coming. And I was like, God damn
but
it.
especially,
now I'm
like-
just thinking about Batman. I'm thinking about Dark Knight.
Skipping to the end for a second, like when Dumbledore comes out of nowhere and like to fight, I'm like, this is Star Wars.
Yeah,
this is Star
Lucius
Wars.
looked, I put that in my notes. Lucius looked like a Star
Yeah,
Wars
yeah.
character
But like
when he
when
came
they're
out.
fighting and it's like oh shit, it's like Darth Vader fighting Obi-Wan. Like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
crazy. Like
No, for sure. So the Fred and George are fed up. They're like, this place is no fun anymore. They set fireworks off during everybody's owls exams, and they're having a good time. But that's when Harry collapses and sees a vision of Sirius being tortured. And he knows immediately they got to go. He doesn't want the rest of the gang to go, but they're all down. So it's him, Ron, Hermione, Neville, Ginny, Luna. Thoughts on Luna? No mention of Luna yet.
No
New
mention
character. Luna.
Okay, so Luna kind of until the end.
Yeah. Luna, you didn't even really mention her at the beginning. You meet Luna for the first time. She's just a little quirky.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got some... She can also see the Thestrals.
Yeah, I remember that. She's like, oh, I can see him too. Don't worry.
She just has such a little, like, her voice just kills me. She plays it so well. And Ivana Lynch talks about getting that role too, because it's so crazy that they had, like, imagine they're this far in to the movies. So we're at, like, and it's so popular. And they have, like, an open casting call for Luna Lovegood. A bajillion kids.
Every kid on the planet.
Every kid in the world wants
Show
to
us your
have
tape because I know you submitted one.
I did not. And kids all over the world are, want to play a character in Harry Potter, and she got it. So very cool. But they try to use the flu system. They try to use the flu powder from Umbridge's office. They get caught. Harry gives like a coded message to Snape, but we don't know if he like does anything with it or not. And Hermione gets them out of it by lying to Umbridge. They take her to the forest, and the centaurs take her away, which is great because that's where it shows like the Ministry has been so restrictive. Like Hagrid had mentioned, like, oh, they're taking away a lot of their land. They're getting real pissy. And they were just like, we're taking this lady. And
what do we think happened to her? They ate her?
No. No.
I like when Harry was like, I must not tell lies.
I'll be honest. I don't know where. Yeah,
I
she's
mean,
barbaric, that teacher. She's got the detention. She's got that stupid, like she has that, like I can't do it.
But I mean, when she's dead, right? Like she's not surviving after she gets taken away.
I don't know why I'm not sure, but I don't think she does.
But like, I mean, no spoilers, but it's like I wouldn't expect us to see her again.
She's not dead in that moment.
Okay.
And this is bad on me that I had to forget. I had to look it up, but you do see her again.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, for a second I was spacing, but that's not the end of her.
Okay.
They fly on the Thestrals. They go to London, the whole squad. That's when they're the Department of Mysteries.
I like seeing them fly through London.
It's cool, yeah.
That was
some
cool.
scenery there.
Yeah, once we get to the, like, later, part 1 and part 2, part 1 mostly, is basically, like, all away from Hogwarts. So there's a lot of other visually.
When they were flying, like, pretty low, I'm like, someone's gonna see these guys. Like, what are they doing?
Someone's gotta see these guys.
There's a bunch of people flying on brooms. You're not gonna like. No one's gonna
what the
see
fuck
this.
is going on
Like
there?
right by Big Ben. You're like in the middle of London.
Yeah.
They flew right next to a ship.
Yeah, they're trying to say they're trying to find the prophecy. They're trying to save Sirius. The Death Eaters are after the prophecy. It's all set up. Voldemort, like the connection they realized was there, and what was happening with Sirius wasn't actually happening. Neville spots this one also does always make me laugh. Like that entire giant, there's just a billion of those balls everywhere. And Neville like looks up and he's like, Harry, this one's got your name on it. Like didn't have to search, didn't have to look. Like they were like, oh, this one seems to be yours right here in the exact spot that we stopped walking. And the Death Eaters all show up. It's actual fight. This is one of like this fight I really like. I like the last half of this
Visually,
movie.
it was really cool to watch.
Yeah.
I had a note earlier that I didn't say,
Yes,
but when it
please.
was Dumbledore's army, right, versus like Slytherin and Umbridge, whatever, this is when I was upset that people said that I would be a part of Slytherin.
Because you're no snitch.
No, I'm no snitch.
Yeah.
That's actually my biggest policy.
Yeah, it is.
really
I
is.
stand by that.
Yeah.
Like, I really am just not a snitch.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I would
Right.
not snitch like that. So that's fucked.
Yeah, that's fair. But also,
And I wouldn't be trying to, like, I would be
But
on
not-
Team Dumbledore's army.
Right.
But not all of Slytherin is like it doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
No, not all of them, but it was mostly made up of Slytherin.
yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah. You could have been on Slytherin and be like, oh no, I don't.
I
wanna
don't
do this,
fuck
guys.
with that. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
They got that. I'm
Yeah.
good.
I'll stay back.
So they have obviously they got issues, they're fighting, and the rest of the order all do show up in a moment where Harry's like kind of cornered back against the wall. They're like, you can either save your friends or hand over the prophecy. And they fight, the prophecy falls, they're all battling each other. Sirius and Harry are fighting together. You have this great moment of him being like, "Oh, nice job, James!" Like he like thinks it's his dad, and they're having this moment. And then fucking Bellatrix just when Sirius isn't, when he's vulnerable, hits him with the killing curse, and that's it, done, gone.
I was sad.
Fucking sucks.
It was that moment where like you weren't sure what happened, and he looks, and then he just fades away.
Yeah.
Right, because the way that they die is so confusing.
Yeah.
They just wither away.
Yeah.
Whereas like you didn't blatantly see somebody get
Because
murdered.
Bellatrix left kind of like in the same way,
Yes.
but she didn't die. She
And-
just like left.
She disappeared. So I, at that point, thought that she died too.
I'm like, is that a spell that just makes him disappear, or is he dead?
Right. But you
She
could tell
throw
by
out
the way.
an Avada Kedavra.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Can
killing
anyone
curse.
throw that out, or you really got to like
You,
work up to
everyone.
it?
I mean, it's like when you
Like
watch
Harry,
with.
can Harry just do
That's
that
dangerous.
to her?
Well, I guess
He
anybody.
could. He tried. He was about to.
I know, but
I
he didn't have
guess-
it in him.
He didn't have.
I
him.
guess
He's not a killer now, just like you.
Anybody could murder anybody. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, wow, they could just do that at any time, but like I could literally kill you right now if I
feel like
wanted to.
I feel like
exactly.
I would have killed her if I was Harry.
You keep mentioning
Yeah,
But
it,
like
you really are-
she just killed your only family.
but still,
Yeah.
And, like, laughed in your face
But
about
that's a
Still
killer
takes
move.
a lot to kill someone.
Yeah, it's a killer move. To
And
do that.
and you know
Harry's
he did use
not a
the
killer.
he did
Harry's
use the
trying to kill
Cruciatus
Dumbledore.
he did use the Cruciatus curse
Well,
on her,
the
which
thing
is
is-
torturous and unforgivable curse.
if someone's trying to kill you specifically, I think then you have a right to kill them.
But she would kill him if she had the chance.
Not
She
in
could
this
have killed
moment,
Harry.
no, because nobody like. If you were the one that killed Harry and not Voldemort, Voldemort's
Yeah, true.
killing you.
Yeah, true.
Like Voldemort's taking Bellatrix
Right.
out.
They're like Voldemort's like I'm
Yeah.
Harry's my
Because
killing.
like that's also the prophecy, right? Like that's what he says to Dumbledore at the end. He's like, I'm gonna have to fight him, right? Like neither one can live. All the others.
This
survive.
really is
kind
like
of-
Batman and Joker, where Joker's like, he's mine. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of perverted by Voldemort to want to kill this kid so bad.
he's my 14.
Yeah.
15-year-old.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this 15-year-old, not you.
Yeah, I mean, in his mind, it's the only thing. Harry's the only obstacle standing in his way of just complete control of everything. Wizarding.
But then wouldn't he be bored? Like, with no Harry? It's like, what
Uh,
are you
nothing
gonna
to
do?
keep him
What's he
alive.
gonna do?
Good question, but that's probably you could ask anyone who's striving to get to the top. Lonely at the top.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like what Joker said. Like, I'm not gonna kill you, Batman. Like, what would I do without you?
Yeah.
You know?
Good reference. Other notes I had: Ron and Hermione in this movie, I think, seem to have taken more of a back seat.
Yeah.
Like they're around and they're definitely involved, but Harry is truly the main. And I said, I know it's called Harry Potter, so I guess it makes more sense. But I would like to see a little more from them.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Obviously, he's the main character, but I always expected Ron and Hermione to be involved a lot more, just because of the way that people love all three of the kids so much, or I mean adults too, they grow up, but just the way that people love all three of them so much, I just expected them to be involved a lot more than they actually are. They are around
Yeah.
all the time, but like they definitely take a back seat.
Yeah, these movies too, it's also when there's so many new things being introduced. It's like every
Right.
character like has to have, like Luna has to have her moment
And
where
I
everyone
did
gets
say
to
that
meet
too.
her.
I said I like that more people are involved.
Bellatrix, yeah. Like there's all these other characters. I got Joe's nieces. Like you can, in the Harry Potter store, they sell the extendable ears, like what they use at the beginning to try and spy on the meeting. You can buy you can buy them in this store, and it's like just a fake looking
Cup
ear.
and string.
Yeah, it's a fake looking ear. It has a little speaker, and it's on like a long piece of wire, and then there's like a little earbud that attaches to the end. And that was a big hit, guys,
Really?
because they're reading the books right now, and that was like all Christmas. You would just see like this ear like floating around, and they actually kind of worked. But the Weasleys, also big development is how like a setup for what the Weasleys have been doing with the joke shop. What you don't see in the movie is the money that Harry got for winning the Triwizard Tournament, which was like a lot of money. He gave all of it to Fred and George. He gave all of it to Fred and George for them to start their.
He gave it to charity.
For them to start their business.
He-
It's like their joke shop and like everything.
This guy Harry, why wouldn't they show that?
Not enough time.
No, but that's such an important note to have. I feel like,
Yeah.
right? Like, wouldn't
For
you
sure.
want to know
I mean,
that
there's
about
a,
Harry?
There's a ton.
Selfless.
I can't. If
He
we
put in his college
it would be a
fund.
whole nother. It would be a whole nother series to talk about what happens in the books that they leave out of the movies.
All of it? He didn't keep any?
There's so much. I mean, there is a massive.
No, I'm saying like he like just gave
Oh
all
no, he
of
gave
the
it
money.
all. This is also Harry also like he has money. His parents left him a lot of money. So
Spoiled.
yeah, he's
Brat.
just the that was rude. He's not.
Another reason why it's like, just get over your parents dying. They left you some money. No, I'm just kidding.
Every movie.
Every movie. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's and it also ties down to like Harry really being the guy because everybody else there's just not enough time to give them the moments that they have in the books. But the end of this is tough. He's got to fight Voldemort basically out of his brain, telling him, to do these bad things, and finally Fudge fucking shows up and sees that Voldemort actually is back, you idiot.
And Harry overcomes this. Voldemort's taken over Harry's body.
Yeah.
Which is scary. But
did you know that's what was happening like immediately? When he's like,
his eyes turned green.
Yeah. I figured that. He started to look a little evil.
He's speaking in Ralph Fiennes. He's speaking in Voldemort's voice. So.
Obviously scary, but cool. Like this whole last 30 minutes of whatever was happening here was very cool. Obviously, Harry gets out of this.
Yeah, the whole Ministry set is really cool. That's what I think. That plays
when Dumbledore
into
was
it.
like,
Just the whole
Harry, like,
yeah.
I was whispering at her, Harry.
He looked so concerned. He's like, oh no.
And this is it. Like he has that conversation with Dumbledore. Dumbledore being like, I was staying away from you just for the sake of trying to protect you. Like if Voldemort was connecting to your mind, if Voldemort could use that to like get to him or get information from Dumbledore. Like if Dumbledore was telling Harry stuff and then Voldemort could see what was happening. But once again, it kind of ends, they try and end on a happy note where they're like they're getting back on the train.
Every time.
And they're getting back on the train.
It makes me laugh every time.
And Harry throws us the line.
See us next year.
We've got the one thing that he doesn't. Something worth fighting for.
I thought he was going to say love.
Yeah. Something worth fighting for. Well, that's the thing. I feel like that goes back.
Yeah.
Lonely at the top. What has he got? I'll just be at the top by himself.
Yeah.
Voldemort. Harry's like, we're all in this together.
I hate to say it though, but like, I just love Voldemort. Like, just
so do I.
That's the best part when he's there. Ralph Fiennes, great actor.
Yeah.
Genuinely,
I'm kind of like not rooting for him, but I'm like, I don't know. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I'm like, I get really hyped when he's on the screen.
It's like The Bachelor when you don't want the evil girls to go home because then what happens?
But it's just like he's a legend.
He's the
like,
villain.
He's just
He's
so
legend.
He's the
it's
right.
like, holy
Love
shit.
the
Like,
Joker.
He's the villain.
Like
Yeah.
even at the very end, what's his face when he finally realizes, oh, he's really back. Like right before
Fudge.
he leaves, and he's like, oh my god, that was
Yeah,
Voldemort.
he's back.
Fucking legend.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
What if Harry just stopped in the middle of the battle and was like,
Hey, it's an honor.
yeah, hey man, it's an honor. Can I just have your autograph?
Yeah.
Hey, can we take a selfie just real quick?
It's just.
My friends aren't gonna believe me when I tell them that I fought you.
I mean, if only he had the time at the beginning.
Where
Because
was
nobody fucking believed
up until where Voldemort?
Little Seamus being like, my mom says that you're a liar, and then finally he's like, oh, sorry, Harry, I guess you're right.
Wait, up until when Voldemort came out, like, was he just trying to let everyone else fight that fight and then show up? Like, he wasn't there at the early fight where everyone was fighting. Like,
No,
what was he
because
waiting for?
he's still trying to like not be out and about.
Why?
And
though?
well, because he wasn't in that moment. He wasn't looking to like kill Harry. He was looking to get the prophecy to learn because the prophecy was giving him the information on like whether or not he should kill Harry because he just had a failed time. Like, he just failed, right? Like, so in his mind, he should have killed Harry in the graveyard. It's like, what the fuck happened? Why wasn't I able to kill him? So then they're after the prophecy. They want to find out what's in the prophecy. And so he sends his minions to like go get the prophecy. It's like you're the man in charge. You're not doing all the little man jobs.
He's like, I got to do everything myself.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's not going to get the prophecy himself. He's sending the other guys.
This whole movie itself was not my favorite, but the last 30 minutes, I would say, make up for it, right?
I agree.
I would rank the last 30 minutes higher than the whole rest of the movie.
Yeah.
If I could just separate the two.
Yeah. So I've been watching the movies with Joe, and Joe's like, I think I've watched like the end of this movie 30 times, because at the beginning he was like, I don't remember any of this. And I was like, yeah, it's because I think we just, when it's on TV or even when we turn it on, we just watch the end. So all right, let's go into characters before we do that. We hope you guys are enjoying the podcast, Chicks in Hogwarts. You like watching. See a ton of people who are rewatching along with us, which is great. And if you are doing that, I hope you're doing it with a nice cold Coors Light next to you. I don't know why I said next to you. Drinking one is what I really should have said.
In your hand.
In your hand. Coors Light is the official beer of Chicks in the Office. We love our Coors Light. We know that when we reach for that can or bottle, it is time to relax, turn things off, shut off, to put your phone down, turn the movie on, really connect and take a moment to chill. The mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is cold. That way you know when it's time to chill. When you need to hit reset, just open up a Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment, cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. It's as crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies, perfect for a moment to unwind. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you are putting on Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, we're coming up, you just make sure you're stocked up. You can get it delivered. You don't even have to go to the store. You can get it delivered. And open up your fridge, pull out that cold Coors Light, crack it open, and enjoy a nice Harry Potter film. So Coors Light is the one we choose when we need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly. This is coming from the Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. We do have a bunch of new introductions. New people are involved. We do very much have that squad of Harry, Ron, Hermione, Neville, Luna, and Ginny forming. So we're now where we left off in characters that Rhea is interested in the most. It went... Did I type this wrong? Did you have Hermione first?
No.
There's no way, right?
No.
She was lower. It must have been Voldemort.
I think I had Voldemort first.
I think it was Voldemort. I think I forgot to move her. I think it's Voldemort, Harry, Ron, Hermione, Hagrid, Dumbledore, Snape is what you had.
I think so.
Yeah. That's the order.
Did I have Hermione first?
I don't know.
I
Why
actually
would you
think
have had Hermione?
I think you might have.
No, I might have because of the love, because of
Victor.
and what was going on with
And
her.
then I told
did have
you that
Hermione,
Victor
Voldemort?
doesn't come back.
Yes. Okay. That might
Okay,
be
so
true.
yeah, so I think you did have Hermione, Voldemort, Harry, Ron, Hagrid, Dumbledore, Snape.
Yes. Now,
How are we feeling? We got Luna in the mix. We got Bellatrix in the mix.
I'm putting Voldemort as number 1.
Okay. Does Neville make it back on this list?
No.
No?
I'd say no for me too. It's like I
it-
still don't really care about
Nice,
this guy.
Poor
nice
Neville.
kid, but nice isn't everything.
Yeah, but he's putting himself out there. He's battling
Good for
with
him.
them.
I'm happy for him.
He's ready to stand up to Bellatrix after she fucking killed his
I wouldn't
parents.
trust him with my life.
I like him, but I'm not super interested in him.
Okay.
Could do without him.
So Voldemort, who's coming after Voldemort?
Voldemort.
Draco and Lucius have also both been taken off this
I mean,
list. if you
Draco's
wanna go
just
back.
nothing.
He's not
Yeah.
on my list at all.
He's such a little bitch. It's so funny. You forget
Yeah.
how much of a little
Yeah.
bitch he is sometimes.
Fuck, this is hard. Voldemort. Dumbledore.
Wow. Dumbledore really skyrocketing up.
He was
Did.
good this movie.
Yeah.
He did, and he holds a lot of information that he finally starts to fucking
Yeah,
tell
next
Harry.
movie, he's gonna be a 20-year-old. So
The kids.
Harry, Ron, Hermione.
Harry, Ron, Hermione.
In that order, or
Harry, Hermione, Ron.
Okay.
Ron really isn't bringing much to the table.
Late in
these
the
days.
past few films.
Okay.
Snape,
Lucius.
Lucius,
Lucius is going back on the list.
Bellatrix,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Okay.
Hagrid didn't bring much.
Kills her cousin.
Hagrid didn't bring much to me
Okay, so Hagrid's off
for this,
right now.
for this movie right
for
now.
fifth.
Yes. And the newer characters, I'm not like so.
Yeah.
Luna, I'm not like so sold on. I'm interested in what happens with her and Harry because I feel like they have a little flirtation going on at the end. But I would say that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. I love that. Now let's go into favorite character moments. Least favorite
I
character
didn't
moments.
have many for this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't have many standout moments. I will say I've actually been trying to think
of
this whole
this?
time of like what my standout moments were for these people.
Yeah.
One of my standout moments was like the whole montage of where they're all training together. That was like
Yeah.
a nice little. Felt like I was watching a sports movie. Like they're all like practicing.
I
All
think maybe
team
the part
bonding.
with Hermione where I wrote about you.
Yeah.
I liked that.
That's my favorite My favorite Hermione, I have two for this movie. One is breaking the rules and she's pumped and she's
Yeah.
like, isn't this fun? And the second one is when the three of them are in front of the fireplace and they're talking about the kiss. And he was like, it was wet. And I was like, well, she was crying. And Ron's like, oh, you're that bad at it. And then she's like, oh, you guys don't understand. Like, she's conflicted because Cedric he's
was
dead,
funny.
but she misses him, but she likes Harry. She doesn't know it. And they're like so confused. And I forget what exactly she says. You have the emotion of a teaspoon or something along those lines to Ron. And then they all laugh. It's a good Hermione moment.
Yeah, I like that. I can't really think of one for Ron.
Just because you have the emotional range of a teaspoon
The emotional range of a teaspoon.
doesn't mean we all have.
Yeah.
And
Ron, he does have like funny one-liners here and there, but it's not too many other things in
His
this
brothers
movie,
are
I
way
would say.
funnier than him.
I
The
mean,
Weasley brothers.
Fred and George,
Yeah.
the
it's
joke shop.
joke shop, you
Yeah.
know, they're
Makes sense.
practical jokesters, those two.
And for Harry,
Gotta go with that kiss. It's my favorite Harry
You think
moment. Yeah, it's just like a big moment for him, you know?
I think anytime he battles someone, it's cool.
Yeah.
Just because he always comes out on top and he's so young.
And Daniel
even
Radcliffe's
say-
acting gets better and better in those moments. Like when Voldemort's like taking over his body, he does that very well.
He was so distraught about Sirius.
yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, he was also. That's also
Like
some good.
now,
acting.
every movie ends with him like
that silent,
crying, like, someone
silent
died.
screaming.
Yeah, he loses someone, but
He
he
loses
wins.
someone at the
silent
end of it.
screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Sirius is one of those characters that you're just like, his
R.I.P.
whole life would have been so different.
But he had to go play Commissioner Gordon, so
yeah. Poor Sirius. He did not deserve that. Freaking Bellatrix.
No, R.I.P.
I feel like you
Sirius.
should have seen
We're
that coming.
losing-
No offense, Sirius, but like he was just like, oh, we're good, and then just didn't look to his left. Like
She came out of nowhere. She's like,
I know, but like
yeah.
I feel like you should be aware.
We're losing characters one by one.
Who's up next?
People are gonna keep dying.
I hope it's
A lot of people die.
no, never mind.
What a note to end on. A lot of people die.
It's part of life.
Life.
There's a
Life,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Except usually you don't get killed by a wizard, but
Yeah.
No. I want to know who you were going to say you're
I was just gonna say
rooting for
Ron
to
to
die.
make you mad.
I don't.
No, I know. I don't actually want Ron to die, but not
would
much
be
would change.
shocking.
But not much would change.
Wow, you're a
Oh.
big Ron hater.
Oh, it's Harry's
Nice.
best friend.
Yeah.
His right-hand man. Where would he be without him?
Probably the same exact.
No.
What does he
No.
actually bring to the table?
Without Ron, Harry doesn't have access to the Weasleys. He would have nowhere to go every summer.
They would
He'd
still
have no
take him
safe-
in.
They
They probably
wouldn't-
They
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
met
become
him.
friends.
They wouldn't have met him.
Now I'm saying.
No, but
No,
how
but
would they have become
they
friends?
wouldn't have met him in the first place
No,
if they were never friends.
no. I'm saying.
Or Ron didn't
but
exist.
now they are. So now if Ron dies, nothing happens. They probably actually take better
if
care of
Ron
him.
dies, the whole movie is gonna be they're just gonna be upset the whole time. He's gonna be upset about his parents and Ron.
He'll be even stronger.
I don't
and
want
more-
Ron to go. I want it on record.
I don't want him to go. I'm just saying, nothing would change.
It's kind of sounds like you do.
That's fucked up.
Kind of sounds
I
like
tr-
you do.
Like, I wouldn't trust Ron with my life if he was fighting next to me, but I would trust Hermione.
Yeah. One of the things that I do wish we got a moment of, because McGonagall like hates Umbridge's guts so much, is I would have loved for them to have some kind of big battle moment.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be good. It's a good
'Cause
call.
McGonagall's just like, you fucking suck.
Yeah.
Torturing students, throwing Trelawney out.
Wait, I have
The
a
worst.
question. When Voldemort couldn't like take over Harry's body, why did he's just like, all right, because he just saw everyone else coming, like he couldn't take on that many people. Why did he just like vanish and not try to like fight still?
Yeah, I mean, there was like all those wizards showed up at
I
one
guess
time.
he's not that good.
No. Like and also he's still trying to like be in the wings a little bit. He's not trying to be like fully like, hey everyone, it's me, Voldemort. I'm back.
I'm surprised by that still. Like why is he hiding? It's like, what?
Because he wants to be.
Doesn't he?
I mean, this
Like,
is
isn't
just
he an
my opinion.
egomaniac? He wants everyone to know he's
No,
back.
but he wants to be at his strongest, and that would be with Harry dead. So.
Okay.
And yeah, I just think like in that moment, everybody shows up and you're like, this one's not gonna work. Got to try again another time. Try again later. And there's like, and you'll learn, there's a lot of things that Voldemort is after that he thinks is gonna help him take down Harry that he doesn't have yet, that he needs. So I'm not gonna give away any more than that. I think that's it. We're on to the last three, and let me tell you, these ones are good.
So you like the next one
Yes.
better than this one?
Yeah.
See,
way
that's
better.
interesting because a lot of like series, they get worse as they go on. You know?
No.
I think I've
Half-Blood
always heard
Prince
that
and
it
part
always
one and
gets
part
better.
two are
Would you
great
say the
movies.
last movie is like one of the best?
Yeah, it's the best by far. It's just the most. It ends like
Yeah.
everything
But
comes.
sometimes people aren't.
Everything
happy with
wraps up.
Endings are really tough. You know.
I'm actually excited to know what happens at the end.
Endings are very tough, but
They cut to black, and you don't even know what happened.
yeah, right. It's like The Sopranos.
Yeah.
That would be quite
Voldemort's
unfortunate.
like-
Voldemort
he
has
goes like
one
this,
killing
and-
curse out, and then the screen goes
Yeah, and
black,
Don't Stop Believing is
Don't-
playing.
and Journey
then-
starts playing.
And then
yeah.
everyone has to live with their lives thinking
Yeah.
what happened. Yeah.
That's a hot take on my part that I actually like that ending, The Sopranos.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Just
I did-
because it's one of those like, oh,
I think I would have
really?
liked it less if I was watching it when it happened. When it was.
I
live.
remember the day that finale came out and my parents watching it. Like,
Yeah.
I remember being in my house and my parents being like, what the fuck just happened? Like, they were like, did the TV just go out? The TV
Well,
just
that's
go
the
out?
thing, like everyone
No,
thought like,
I like can feel it in
Yeah.
my body.
And there's no like
picture
social
what
media or
happened.
anything, so you're probably
Yeah.
just sitting there
Yeah.
like, what?
Exactly.
For
Like
days,
in
you're
that
like-
moment, you actually thought like HBO like went out.
They really did. I remember it so clearly.
Yeah. So, maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't, but probably
Definitely
doesn't. Yeah, no, I would say, and gear up because these are long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long are we talking?
Let's see. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince runtime.
No, that's not that bad. 2.5, probably more.
They're
Like
all
2.5.
like so long.
2.5, and then I think Half-Blood Prince is the third longest film.
Part two's not that long.
Part two, no, part two is not that long, because hello, they separated it into two movies.
It's kind of crazy that
It could have
this
been
was
part
coming
one and
out
part
when I
two.
was in high school, and it wasn't even on my radar in the slightest. It wasn't. I didn't even know. Like how did I miss this?
I truly do not know how that is
but like
possible.
it
It
wasn't
kind of
even
skipped
like
by me too.
I was like going to movies. I liked movies, and it was never even like I feel like no one in my town liked Harry
midnight
Potter.
premieres.
No.
That is physically
Because I
impossible.
None of my
remember-
friends
no.
watch Harry Potter.
I remember Star Wars
No,
being
but
like
for him to say no one in his town, like that's impossible.
no, but I remember Star Wars being everyone being like, "Oh, Star Wars comes out at midnight. We're all going." Like
I remember
never heard
Twilight.
anyone.
Twilight, I know, I did Twilight
too.
too.
I didn't watch Twilight, but I knew about Twilight. This, I'm like, you could have said all these Harry Potter movies came out in the '90s, and I would have been like, sure.
I don't get it at all. My Facebook profile picture for quite some time was the movie poster of the last movie.
It's just like I was like, this is 2 years out of like from me going to college, and
Yeah.
I don't even remember this.
Like I literally had. I'm trying to see what my caption was. I think I had my profile picture was this part 2 poster
That's
in high school.
now that I'm thinking about it.
I was I mean, you were a freshman.
2011.
It came out November 15th, 2010. So I was
What, part 1?
part 1 came out.
No, part 2. It says 2011.
Yeah. I meant 2000. Part 1 I made my
Yeah.
I made my caption. And it's the movie poster is Ron and Hermione, and my caption says 3 days, the end begins.
I love it.
I got pictures of myself in the movie theater, like dressed up. Like that was
Wow.
I guess November. The first part was my junior year. Yeah, my junior year of high school. And this part. What month did part 2 come out?
What month? July 15th, 2011.
2011. Okay, so then my summer going into my senior year.
Yeah, wow. So I was going to be a junior.
Okay,
in high
so
school.
then it was sophomore year, I think. I'm
Damn.
doing the math wrong. No, I'm not.
'Cause
November 2010. That was my junior year.
It's just crazy that you can be in like
Yeah,
this.
yes.
You can be in a bubble and just not know these huge things. Because I think I've mentioned it, but I had like an internship at this production company, and I was on a movie set with Daniel Radcliffe. Not like a few years after the last movie came out, and he was really cool, like nice guy. But I didn't like appreciate how big this all was.
That's
I knew he was
hilarious.
Harry Potter, but like,
I mean, that's quite literally impossible for me to process.
Being Harry Potter might be one of the most famous characters of all time. Mm-hmm. Like that is
I think even more
insane
than-
that it's a top
name
5
of the movie.
character. No,
Yeah.
I know it's
Yeah.
a top 5
Yeah.
character ever. Like
Yeah.
Most notable,
Recognizable.
recognizable name, Harry Potter.
it's honestly impressive that he can get any other roles at this point.
Yeah.
He's had some good movies though. Other movies.
He has, and he's done Broadway too, and he did How to
What was
Succeed.
that one movie? Like a rom-com. It was good with him.
I don't think I've ever watched Daniel Radcliffe in a rom-com.
No, it was good. What
be
if?
honest-
What if?
To be honest, a lot of, and this is probably exactly the opposite, is Noah can appreciate Daniel Radcliffe's other work because he didn't give a fuck about Harry Potter. I struggle to watch anything else he does because I'm just like, it's just Harry Potter. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I have a harder time separating it.
That makes
You
sense.
know Zoe Kazan,
No.
the actress?
No.
Oh, well, What If? Good movie. Check it out.
I like Noah endorsing Daniel Radcliffe's other films.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I did not recognize her name, but I recognized her,
Yeah.
the actress.
Yeah, good movie.
Good movie. All right. That's good to know. All right. That wraps it up for Order of the Phoenix, I think. And the end begins. No, I'm kidding. I'll save that for going
Good.
into part 1.
Good.